Hello and welcome to the Budget Tea. I am going to do a quick wallet cash stuffing. I'm going to pull out my cash from what I spent at Disney. I need to go to the grocery store, so I have some cash here. I need to restuff my wallet from being gone for a week, and so let's get started. I am not drinking tea this morning because I've been at Disney. I am drinking straight water, so that's what I have in my Owala Sway. And let's count this money and get started. So we got 1, 2, 3, 50, 70, 94, 10. Oh, let me start again. I can't count. 1, 2, 50, 3, 50, 370, 390, 410, 430, 450, 460, 470, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to stuff $475 today in my wallet for this week. Only reason I'm stuffing so much is I need to go to the grocery store, and I have a massage for later in the week. So I wasn't planning on getting a massage, but I needed so bad after walking all those steps at Disney and all that standing around in the heat. It was a great time. Congratulations to my daughter and her fiance Brandon, who got engaged. So it was beautiful and it was perfect, but I am hot and tired. So 5. Okay, so let's get started. So we're going to unstuff first. So this is the cash I took to Disney. I took $250 cash, and I quickly realized that cash was just not going to work at the parks. It was just too much. So I was able to use some cash around the resort. As you know, if you've been watching, I never spend a $5 bill. So here are these 2 $5 bills. They're accounted for right here, $5 challenge. And so we'll put those up and put them in my $5 challenge. See how much cash we have. We should have $100. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 we do. So we have $100 left over in fund money. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this to the side, and I am going to actually decide what to do with this a little bit later on. I'll make another video and I'll decide then what to do with this. It may need to go into either a sinking fund, or I can just put it up as rollover money, because this is rollover fund money, and put it in my miscellaneous envelope. So we'll decide later what to do with this extra $100. So these are from Taylor Budgets, these trackers, and I did cut them down, so I cut her name off just because I needed them to fit when I cut my envelope down. The envelope is from the Budget Mom, and this is one of her older envelopes, and I've had it for a long time, so I just cut it down to make it a wallet size that would work for me. So I did pretty good with cash at Disney. I used it just in a resort and tips and stuff, but it got really bad really quick because it was so hot. The lines were so long to get food and snacks and stuff, so cash just was not working. So I just quickly switched to my American Express, and we just will get that. I'll just do a video on how much I spent total at Disney for everything, and I'll do a whole Disney breakdown for the money that I spent. So for food today, we are going to do, let's do it this way. Let's start with self-care. Self-care is getting 150. Let's see what we have in here. So self-care has 20. We're going to add 150 because we are going to get a massage. So we're going to add, actually, I'm going to do 100, 20, 40, 50, so that I have plenty for a tip. So now 120, 40, 60, 170. Update this tracker quickly. These Acro Ball pens are the great, if you like an actual ink pen, not a gel, these are the greatest ink pens ever. So 712, I think, and we're going to put money in. We're going to put 150, 170. So that's what we have in here. Next up, we have miscellaneous. Miscellaneous is getting 50, but I think I've been doing good in miscellaneous. So we got some Macy's coupons. I was gonna maybe go to Macy's before I went to Disney, but I didn't go, so I just have those coupons in there. So again, this is from Taylor Budgets, the tracker, and it has holes on it because it goes in her wallet, but I'm not using it for the wallet right now, so I have cut the holes off. So we had 60 in here left as rollover, and this is miscellaneous, and it is getting 50. So we're gonna do 2 20s and a 10. So that way, yes. So 50, 70, 90, 110. 712, money in. I don't have any plans for this miscellaneous, but I'm working on Saturday, so we probably will either eat out or we'll get something for the team to eat. I think somebody's cooking, so we might get some sides or donuts or something. So just never know. With miscellaneous, is for unplanned expenses and just things that don't fit into a category. And so we did self-care, we did miscellaneous, food is next, sorry. So food is getting 175 because I'm going to Alpaca because I am starving and my body is like, let's get some chicken in there. So we're going to go to Alpaca and then we're going to go to the grocery store because if not, I will spend all of this money at the grocery store. So we don't want to do that. All right, so I should be getting 175. So this is right. 150, 75. So I'm going to eat Alpaca. That's what I was saying. And then I'm going to go to the grocery store. Today I'm going to go to Harris Teeter because I'm going to get 175. I'm going to get some different things at the grocery store that are easier to get at Harris Teeter and some things that I can only get at Harris Teeter. So that's why I'm going to go there today. So food is stuffed, self-care is stuffed, and miscellaneous is stuffed. So we're gonna put these, I'm just gonna take the food, I think. Food and miscellaneous. I'm gonna leave self-care at home because I'm not getting my massage until Wednesday. So miscellaneous and food, I'm gonna take. And then I'm quickly gonna go over my meal plan for the week and kind of why my food budget is what it is. None of them needed a new tracker. I think it was food, so we're going to purchase tracker. Okay. So here is my menu and grocery list. So for my menu, I usually make 2 or 3 large meals for the week, and then I have some small alternative meals that I can just do. I pretty much will have the stuff in there and I can do them any time of the week and I can switch them out for lunch or dinner. I don't eat a lot of breakfast, and if I do, I will make a quiche or quiche bites, or I can always have toast, avocado toast, egg, something like that. But I have cereal and milk always, and I always have something in there to eat for breakfast, but I don't usually eat breakfast, especially when I work. I do not have time for that. So this week on the menu, I have some ground beef. So we're doing some baked spaghetti with meatballs, cucumber salad, garlic toast. I did shop my pantry first, and I had ground beef, and I had tons of pasta noodles. So I need to start using up some pasta noodles. So I need to make some pasta salad or some macaroni salad or something because I have pasta for days. So baked spaghetti with meatballs, cucumber salad, and garlic toast. And then I'm going to make mini meatloaves so I can do the same meat mixture for these two, and mashed potatoes and some roasted cauliflower. I have a head of cauliflower in there now, so I need to use that. And my alternative meals are just small meals that are quick, easy. I always have the stuff. So alternative meal would be something like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, right? You always have bread, you always have peanut butter, you always have jelly. So for me, for this week, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to do grilled cheese and tomato soup because that's one of my favorites after a long day at work. People say it's crazy to eat soup in the summer. Some people at work were talking about that the other day. But really, in the nice air-conditioned apartment, soup is great after a long day. Ham sandwich and chips, that's just something quick. And then charcuterie, so that's like crackers and cheese, fruit, veggies, carrots, celery, things like that. So whatever I kind of feel like eating, just something quick. It's not hot. It's all just kind of like veggies, some lunch meat or cheese, olives, whatever. So and I always have that stuff in the refrigerator. So those are my alternative meals. So Saturday today, so I'm going to have Alpaca for lunch. I already told you that. And for dinner, I'm just going to have a small alternative meal, probably the grilled cheese. Then tomorrow I'm gonna make baked spaghetti, and then for lunch it'll be an alternative meal. So the baked spaghetti will be dinner. So my favorite meal of the day is lunch. So I will eat an early dinner because I just really like to eat lunch. So, and then my dinners are usually gonna be smaller. So I'll probably eat a little bit early, maybe 3:30 or 4. Then that way I can eat maybe a small breakfast, and then I'll eat lunch late, and then that really will be my dinner. But I also have alternative if I need it. Monday I'm working, so it'll be packed baked spaghetti for lunch and alternative meal for dinner. Same with Tuesday, same thing. For some reason, lasagna, spaghetti, meatloaf, those things I can eat 2 or 3 days in a row at work without getting sick of them for lunches. For Wednesday, it's going to be mini meatloaves and then an alternative meal because I'm off on Wednesday. So I'll have alternative for lunch, and then I'll make those mini meatloaves for dinner. And then I'll have leftovers. Same on Thursday. I'm not working on Thursday, so I'll eat it like this, probably lunch, alternative, and dinner mini meatloaves, or I'll switch it up. For Friday, I am off, and so I'll probably will have alternative meals for both lunch and dinner. I don't have any plans. I will probably have something left over that I could eat if I wanted to eat a leftover meal, or of course alternative meal. And then Saturday I'm working because it's Saturday physicals, so I will only need to take snack to work that day because it will do something at work, I'm sure. And then dinner will be either an alternative meal or maybe I'll eat out. It will just depend on how I'm feeling next Saturday. So this actually takes me through the week plus the Saturday. So I'm not really sure. I just like to have a plan, especially since I'm working on Saturday. If I wasn't working, I could wing it. Wouldn't be a big deal. So then once I shopped my pantry and made my menu, then I made my grocery list, and then I put my meals in. So my menu and my meal plan for this week, my food budget is $150. I probably will spend $13 at Alpaca or so. So I should be able to get all of this with I had 175, so the let's see, 175, we'll do 14 just in case, so 161 or so left. So I should be able to do all of this with the 161, no problem. Sometimes I will go to Aldi depending on what I'm getting, but for today it is going to be Harris Teeter. It would be Publix if not Harris Teeter for today, just because I want to go to the deli and I want to get some better breads and things like that. And then I can also go to Food Lion or Aldi or Lidl or something, Walmart even next week if I need to, because those places are cheaper and they're easier on the budget, just depending on what you're getting. But like the pepper jelly, the shaved ham, things like that, I can only get at the Harris Teeter. So hope you have a great day. Hope this was a good video for you. We will be doing another one very, very soon. So I'll see you soon. Bye.